everybody, welcome to Savi's Palette. My name is Savita and today I wanted to show you how I make my version of Palak Paneer or Spinach Paneer. There are several different recipes out there and this is what works best for me and we absolutely love it. This is my son's favorite dish and today I'm going to show you how to make it. Let's go ahead and get started. To begin with, I have about half a pound of baby spinach. Fresh spinach works best for this recipe. The other things I have is about 1 medium onion, which is finely chopped, 1 tomato, big plum tomato, which is finely chopped, about 3 green chilies, and 4 garlic cloves, which I've shredded, and about a tablespoon of shredded ginger, fresh turmeric shredded. The rest of the spices which will be added to the curry, I'll go over them as I add them. So to begin with, I have water boiling here in this container and I'm going to turn it off. Add spinach to the boiling water and just stir it. So we're going to essentially blanch the spinach and we're going to close the lid and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I have my paneer block here and I like to cut my paneer pieces quite small because we want to have a lot of paneer in the curry. And there are many different ways people use paneer and spinach paneer. You can either directly add them without frying or you can shallow fry them in oil. I, however, bake them. So I just add a dash of oil to it and then just toss it so the oil coats the pieces and then try to spread them out as evenly as possible. I'm going to pop it into the oven and cook them up at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. So just make sure that the pieces are coated with oil and then we're going to pop it into my toaster oven at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. Well, the spinach has been blanching for about 5 minutes. So what we're going to do is to take this and drain it out. Immediately put cold water in it so the color is retained. So when you blend the spinach, you have a nice green color. So the next step is to grind up the spinach. So I'm going to add the spinach. Add about 1/3 of the onions, half the garlic, half the ginger, half the turmeric, all 3 of your green chilies. Add half a cup of water. This is the ground spinach which is going to go into the curry. And now let's go ahead and make the seasoning. So I'm going to use the same container we used for blanching. And to this, I'm going to add about a couple of teaspoons of olive oil. So to the heated oil, add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, 2 or 3 small bay leaves. A nice aroma is coming from the cumin seeds and the bay leaves. To this, I'm going to add all of my chopped onions. Fry the onions for a minute or so. And to this, we'll add our leftover shredded garlic, shredded ginger, and turmeric. And fry this all up. So once the onion becomes nice and brown, add chopped tomatoes. Fry till the tomato gets completely cooked. At this point, I actually add a little bit of salt to get the juices out. Stir that up and close the container and leave it for a couple of minutes. Okay, the tomato is completely cooked. And to this, we'll add our spinach. And to this, we're going to add a few powders, about 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, a teaspoon of cumin seed powder, a teaspoon of garam masala. Stir this up and let this cook for a couple of minutes. So while that is cooking, let's go ahead and check on our paneer and see how it's doing. And it's been about 10 minutes and look how perfectly the paneer gets cooked. It's just lightly toasted and so easy to do. You pop it in the oven while you do the other things and your paneer will be ready to go. I added about half a cup of water, and I'm going to give this a quick taste to see if all the flavors are correct. The flavors are perfect. It's a little spicy, so we're going to balance out the spice. I'm going to add just a little bit of coconut sugar to balance out all the flavors. Add a tablespoon of Greek yogurt, which kind of thickens the curry and adds the sourness to balance out the flavors. Let's give this a quick taste. This is perfect. I'm going to add a little bit more water, and we'll let this cook together at low flame for another 2-3 minutes. Now we're ready to add our paneer, which I have taken out of the foil, and we're just going to dump the paneer in there, stir it up, and let this cook at very low heat for another 2 to 3 minutes till the paneer get the flavor. Okay, the paneer has been boiling in the curry for about 3 minutes now, and it looks like it's completely done. The last thing we're going to add before we take it out is some Kasuri methi. I'm just going to take about a teaspoon of it, crush it up. This adds so much flavor to the curry. Just crush it up and mix it up. So I've also followed the exact same recipe where I've used partially kale along with the spinach. I've used methi with the spinach, but with both methi and kale, I chop them up and fry them up in oil and cook them before I blend it with the spinach. So the spinach is what gives the green color, so you want to just blanch that and not cook it ahead of time. Mix it up, and we are going to move it into this nice container here. Okay, the spinach paneer is ready, and look how nice, and look at that green. Oh, it's so beautiful. And let's give it a quick taste, and I'll take a paneer this time. All the flavors have come together so well, and if it's a little bit too spicy for you, you can bring down the chilies to 2. I used 3. And thank you so much for watching Savi's Palette. Please like, share and subscribe, and if you do try this recipe out, let me know how it goes. It goes really well with rotis and chapatis and even rice. And I'm actually gluten free, so I don't eat rotis and chapatis, but I just eat this as by itself in a bowl, almost like a soup, because it's so yummy. Thanks again for watching Savi's Palette. Bye bye.